All right. Good morning, everybody.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
That is a long ass way away, and it's okay. I have a road, thankfully, all the way out to the Northern Environmental Observatory, and from there it looks like I could probably just go through the foothills. Probably not the whole way though, because there's no we're not connected. So if I want to build like PCCs and everything, so I can drive all the way out to here. Yeah, the northern. Okay, and then from there I'll probably just need to plan it. What's up, Transcend? Do I have any PCCs?
Order accepted. Thank you.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another porter.
Now, my truck, I'm gonna need to like deliver this metal. I still have some lost cargo. I got a whole bunch of weapons. I should recycle those. That's a little bit better. Okay. Let's see here. Link is in the chat for the folks who were asking my thoughts on the game. I'll get that stickied / pinned to the top of the YouTube and Twitch chats. You guys can go watch that at your leisure. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a trek. Got some places to go, things to do. Just realized it's the same. The other way would have been to take the monorail over first. Let's just double check they don't have any chemicals. Ceramics. Probably don't. Oh no! Jesus, I almost ramped off the edge. Gravity is real. What's up, 80 Storm? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Storage. Auto drive for the win. Thanks for the sub over on Twitch, Maple 8 Story. I still don't think it's going to be enough ceramics to build this last little stretch of highway, because this one needed so many.
I was thinking, Steve. Hartman's condition is cause for concern. There's no sugarcoating the tremendous strain he's putting on his body. His is undeniably one of the hardest 21-minute syndromes to live with. The regular disruption to his circulatory system and the flow of blood is damaging all of his organs. And let's not forget that the heart itself has a great many pain receptors. Part
Oh, it's really close. We're 140 away.
What was I talking about earlier?
Yep, growth is good. Thank you very much. Growth is good, health is good, life is good. I still have yet to get back to see my doctor though, because their office still doesn't have air conditioning. We were there 2 weeks ago and they still haven't gotten set up again, so it's been almost 2 months, so hopefully I can see my doctor next week or the week after. I'm gonna go back in. I'm feeling like 90-95% most days. Transcend said I've been doing all right. They want to raise my rent. It sucks. I So I do a lot of TikToking in my evening hours, and one of the things that's really interesting to me. So I used to promote this a lot when I was traveling full time, because before I ever got involved with Chris, my shtick was, and I've mentioned this on the stream before. You know, I would go live in other cities and in different countries and promote this idea of being a digital nomad. We call it location independence back in the day, but being able to find affordable places to live in most countries around the world. And it's called different things these days, and it always makes me chuckle when people find out about it for the first time. And it's not feasible for everybody to do, right? Some people have reasons they have to stay in their local and hometown, medical reasons, family reasons, all sorts of things. But there was this girl, I'd never seen her on TikTok before. Her husband plays basketball, and they were from, God, I want to say they were from Washington State in the United States, which is on the West Coast, where Microsoft is. And that state is an incredibly expensive place to live. It's one of the most expensive states. Not the, but one of the. Anyway, her husband gets this offer to go play, not professional basketball, but he's playing basketball for a living. He's not NBA. He's not like major basketball star. But he's playing at the amateur level, but he makes a living playing basketball. And it's not a lot, but it's enough to pay their bills. And they've got a couple of kids. And where they were living in Washington State, the landlord came in and randomly at the end of their lease and said, "Hey, you've been here for 3 years, 4 years, it was a few years. They had been there a few years. I'm paraphrasing because the video was a few nights ago. We'd love to have you stay, but we have to raise the rent." Okay, how much do you want to raise the rent by? Well, the rent's going to go up. Wait for it. The rent is going to go up $400 a month extra. So you've already been paying this for 3 years, 4 years. If you want to stay, we'd love to have you, but we're going to raise the rent $400 per month. More is what they wanted to raise the rent, because that's the United States. So they were in a panic, and he got a job offer to go play basketball in China. And when they started doing the research, she found, and this is what she's been doing recently on her TikTok. This is how I found out about her account. She's been doing like cost of living content, like just marveling at everything. So she goes, her and her husband go, and they take their kids. They go to China, and they're living over there. And they're in a really nice city. I don't remember what city they're in. They have an extremely nice 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with a massive balcony right on the edge of a river in the heart of this amazing city where he's playing basketball. And they're only paying 300, it was less than $400 a month, like $370 a month or something for the apartment. Fully furnished. Fully furnished. Water and electric included. So the only thing they have to pay extra is internet. And their internet was like $50 for the whole year of internet. So in total, like what for the rent, the internet, and like the maintenance for the building or whatever, they're paying $500 a month for everything. And she's just marveling because she's like, we were paying like 5 times that for an unfurnished apartment in Washington State. 5 times that, so we can assume she was paid, $2,500 a month for an unfurnished apartment in the U.S. in Washington State versus paying less than $400 a month for a furnished apartment in whatever city they're at in China. And it just goes to show you, like, I remember when I first moved to Cancun, one of the reasons my Cancun guidebooks sold so well and my Cancun content was doing so well. Not so much Bulgaria and Bogota, because when I was in Bulgaria, Sofia, Bulgaria, and Bogota, Colombia, those destinations were not as popular. But when I moved to Cancun, those guidebooks sold like hotcakes because I was renting. This is a long time ago now, but I was renting a fully furnished studio apartment for $325 a month. This is 15 years ago now, but still, even by today's standards, it'd probably only be about $450 a month. $325 fully furnished, everything included, all electric, all water. So when I just even yeah, it's expensive in some places. And when the landlord comes back and says, and I don't know if you're in a position to move Transcend, but that you got me thinking, like the whole raise your rent again. It's like, bitch, I've been here for a long time. I've been paying rent. I'm reliable. You want to raise? It's like Chris and I were in Mexico City for 4 years. The landlady we had was really nice. We paid on time every month. We made it 2 years, and then the pandemic happened. And in the middle of the pandemic, like the height of COVID, we've been in our apartment locked down for like 4 months, 5 months. And she's like, hey guys, so I've been trying to not do this, but the problem was because of the pandemic, she lost 2 apartments. Nobody was renting. So the tenants left. And so she had 2 empty apartments, and she was relying on that income. And she was like, I hate to do this, but I have to raise rent. And I was like, and we were just in the middle of a big legal fight over some stuff. So I had just spent like a boatload of money on lawyers. And it was just like in the middle of the pit. I'm like, really? You're raising my rent now? And she wasn't raising it. Well, it was like $50 a month, I think is what she raised it. She actually wanted to raise it more than that. And I came back and I said, hang on a second. I said, I've been here for 2 years. I've never missed a rent payment. You know, we're good. We don't trash your place. We don't party. We're quiet. We're clean. We don't smoke. We're very respectable. I said, your other clients have always had problems with like smoking clients, people with dogs tearing up your furniture. And so I was able to negotiate her down from what she originally wanted to ask me for. But in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, Transcend, if you've been there 10 years, bitch, give me a discount. Like, I've been, like, usually if you do something long term or you do something in bulk, you get a discount. It's like, when I've been here, if I've been at your place for more than 2 years and I've paid rent on time all the time, every single time for 2 years, I deserve a discount on rent, not raise my rent. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Like, ridiculous. All right, this is the part I do not know how I'm doing this. There's a mosquito, and I did not get it. This is going to be a long drive. It looks like I could go up through here. I don't know what that facility is right there, though. Jesus, $500 a month extra? That's nuts. I'm up early. Did I poop the bed? No, but I went to bed early last night. I think I was in bed at... It was funny. Chris and I, we were watching Sandman. We did episode 4. and I was like yawning really hard, but it was only 5 o'clock. And she was like, "Well, let's just watch another one." And we're like halfway through episode 5, and we both started falling asleep. And so I was like, "I gotta go to bed." So I went to bed at 6 o'clock last night, um, and woke up at 3. My alarm is for 4, but I woke up at 3 o'clock. I was like, "I'm just gonna get up and start streaming." So I woke up an hour early today. But Chris went and she went and did yard work and stuff. I don't know what time she went to bed. Um, but I went to bed at 6 last night. Um, that is a big price jump. Granted, like you said, first price increase in 7 years, but still going up $500 a month is just ridiculous. I'm gonna try to go up through here and see what happens. Do I have more coffee? I'm gonna go get another coffee before we start this trip because this looks like it's gonna be a long route. Fortnightly means every 2 weeks, right, guys? It's not a phrase I've seen used very often in this part of the world. I'm assuming it means every 2 weeks, given that Fortnite is 2 weeks. So that's weird, paying rent every 2 weeks. Different parts of the world. Well, it's like here, we pay the electric bill every 2 months. Like it doesn't come monthly; it comes every 2 months.